What is going on, you guys, and welcome back to another LumaFusion tutorial. In this tutorial, we're gonna make this. And for those of you that are new to this channel, I'm RobHK and I do a lot of LumaFusion tutorials as well as testing out gear which is related to filmmaking. Make sure to smash that subscribe button if you are interested in supporting me and if you don't want to miss any future videos like this. I've also added some clouds and a plane in a download folder in the description below, so make sure that you download that before you go on with this tutorial. And for those of you that want a little bit more of an advanced kind of world zoom transition, if that's something that you want to consider as well, check out Selfie because I've just released this template right here. And this template is really easy to customize and make more personal to you as well. There is a tutorial included in the download pack as well, which is showing you exactly how simple it is step by step. And there's also coming a tutorial here on YouTube. If you don't want to get that template and you want to try to make it yourself, that tutorial is coming very soon as well. And we have a couple of other kind of map transition effects coming as well. I'm soon heading to the States and we're gonna travel there this year, and I kind of wanted to spice up my own travel videos by implementing this into those videos when I go over to the States, because when I'm there the only thing I will be focusing on 100% is LumaFusion with I kind of want to test everything out, and I want to see if that like LumaFusion with an iPhone or iPad is the only thing you need for your YouTube videos and for your travel videos, and if it's good enough. So I'm gonna put LumaFusion to the test on that trip and see if we can make some really deep cinematic videos, like those cinematic videos. I have one in mind, but enough of that. Let's jump over to LumaFusion and start making this super awesome but yet simple travel map animation. So as we get over to the iPad here, we're going to use Google Earth for this type of travel effect. If you don't have Google Earth, you can go on and download that before you watch the rest of the video. Google Earth is free to download and you can find that in the App Store. So the first step is to go into Google Earth. And once we're inside of Google Earth, we're simply going to find the location where we want to travel from and to. And let's say that we are going from Norway, which is here, and we are going over to, let's say, Bahamas, which is here. The first thing we do is to zoom in a little bit on Norway here, like that. The next thing we do is to go over to screen record. And we tap on screen record so we can record our screen. The next thing we do is to go a little bit to the left or a little bit to the right of Norway, maybe like that. The next thing we do is to go over to the search engine here and we type Bahamas like that. And now we tap on Bahamas. Now you can see that it's going from Norway over to Bahamas and it stops here. And you could also see that I was disabling this this icon, which was or this callout, which was coming here with the info. Make sure that you do that as well, so we don't have that in your frame. So now that we recorded the movement of the Earth here, we're gonna go over to LumaFusion. Here we have a new project in LumaFusion, and this timeline right here is set to 30 FPS as located here. It doesn't have to be 30 FPS, and you can simply take the screen recording over to your current project if you have a project which is 60 FPS or 24 or 23 or whatever project that you have. You don't have to make it separately like I'm doing now. You can easily just add this to your current project in the front of your project, in the middle, or at the end. So the next thing we're going to do is to go over to photos here, the videos, And we're gonna take the latest video here, which is the recording of the Earth here, and we're gonna go to the point here where we are seeing the box here at the right hand side, if we see it, since this is a little bit zoomed in. So there we have the call out, and we're gonna go to the point where this is gone, right here, make a cut and delete the part in front. So now we have this animation going from Norway over to Bahamas. The next thing we're going to do is to zoom in a little bit, because we don't want these icons here on the bottom right and top left. So we're going to go into edit on this file here and over to frame and fit, and we're going to zoom this in a tiny bit more, so we get rid of the icons here on the left and right side. Now as we go to the beginning, you will see that we have this animation again going from Norway over to Bahamas, and we want to stop it somewhere around, let's say here, because you don't want to have that zoom in at the end, because that will kind of ruin the animation we are trying to make. So we're going to make a cut here and delete the last part, so we'll end up with the animation going like this. And once we have this finished video here with the direction we want to fly, the next thing we're going to do is to find the plane, which is also included in the description below. So if you want this plane, you can go on in the down to the description and download the plane as well. There is also some clouds there that you can download and add to this animation if you want to do that. But we're going to go on and we're going to find this this plane here. Here we have different planes. Let's use this one right here. We're gonna put that there and stretch this over to the end and make a cut. So the plane has to be the same length as the video file underneath. The next thing we do now is to go into edit on the plane, over to frame and fit, and we scale this down. So we're gonna have it going from Norway here, just like that. And let's see here, there, and we're gonna have the plane following the movement over to Bahamas. So we're gonna go to the beginning here again, make a keyframe, and let's rotate this a little bit, just like that. We're gonna go forward in time, maybe do another rotation here, a little bit more towards the upper side of the frame, and maybe take it a little bit closer to the left side. And again, we can rotate it a little bit more towards the upper side. And let's go to the end here, and we can move this towards Bahamas, just like that. So now once we get out to the timeline here, we can do a playback and we can see how the animation turned out to be. Almost perfect. It was a little bit fast here at the end. So we're gonna go on and go into edit on this one more time. We're gonna take this keyframe and we're gonna make another one here instead. And we're gonna delete this last one here. So once we adjusted the final keyframe, we can go over to the beginning here and we can do a playback of the entire flight to see if we're happy with the animation. Animation looks good, and the next thing you can do is to use these different clouds, which is included in the download pack in the description as well, and you can add this to your flight and you can animate them. You can make some movement to them as well, some shake, and you can place them wherever you want to place them. So if you want them to be smaller, just like this, and place them around the globe here and in the flight and animate them, you can also do that. So there you have the super simple but yet powerful travel map animation made in LumaFusion, and this can really help you spice up those travel videos when you're going for your next trip. You can choose the location, you can use maps as well to get closer to the kind of buildings and closer to the place where you are. So let's say if you are going from, let's take Miami for example. If you're going from up like north where this Hollywood is, I guess, and you go down to the South Beach, you can easily take photos along the way and you can stitch them together, and you can have the plane, you can have the clouds, and you can kind of make it like it's flying over Miami from Hollywood over to Miami South Beach or something like that. But that's the end of this tutorial. I really hope that you enjoyed this as well, and if you're new, make sure to check out that subscribe button and smash the notification bell so you never miss any future videos. And with that said, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.